if you lost the use of your right foot? Could you still drive your vehicle? This video shows one mechanical solution, installing a left foot accelerator so you can maintain mobility and control. I'll walk you through the installation, fitment issues, mounting points, and what to check before you put your car on the road. Welcome back, YouTube. Today we are going to show you how to install an AM-able motion mobility left foot gas pedal in a 2020 Colorado. The first step is to put the vehicle in a location where you can get the doors all the way open so you can work on the inside. Slide the seat all the way back and pull the floor mat out. First thing you'll notice is when you take it out of the package is the assembly has two pedals. The right pedal that you're looking at is really not a pedal, it's a pedal cover. The left pedal is the gas pedal, and there's a white roller on the right side that rests on the factory gas pedal. The assembly also comes with two Allen wrenches, one small one and one medium-sized one. The small one fits the two collars on the shaft on each side of the pedal assembly. It's designed to allow for side-to-side adjustment. One thing you'll notice is when you slide it side to side is there a black plastic ring that goes around the shaft that will slide out of the hole. You need to make sure that black plastic bushing slides back in that hole before you tighten everything down. What you see here is the assembly from the bottom. You're looking at the black base, and the top part of it slides to the side to unhook. When you pull up the pin to move that red hook, the pedals will slide out to enable use of the factory gas pedal for a right-footed driver. You'll see that in the videos coming up ahead. This is the assembly with the base and the top separated. The base, the black base, the flat-looking part with the holes in it, bolts to the floorboard, and the top part slides to the side, and you hook it in with that red hook. There it is. Now you can see the bottom there with the red hook. Here I'm showing you 4 smaller side hooks and the big hole in the middle for the red hook to hook all the assembly together. Now we're going to take the assembly back into the interior of the truck to look for the final position of the assembly in relation to the factory gas pedal and the factory brake pedal. We've got to drill 2 holes in the floorboard to screw the base plate to the floorboard, so we have to determine the final location of the pedal assembly. In this view, you can see this rod is hitting the floorboard on the left side. This truck is a mid-sized truck, not a full-size truck. So this pedal assembly is a little too wide for my truck. I'm going to have to do a little bit of customizing here. So I see where the hump in the floorboard is hitting the rod. I'm going to mark the rod, the metal rod, with a black Sharpie about a ½ inch away from that hump. And I'm going to cut that rod with a hacksaw a little shorter so it can fit my narrower mid-sized truck. I've got the rod cut with a hacksaw and the assembly is ready to install in the truck. But before we drill holes, we need to be sure of where we're going to put the assembly, and then we got to look under the truck to make sure there's no brake lines, fuel lines, or anything else in the way that we're going to hit with a drill bit in a minute. So we have to have a point of reference to know what to look for underneath. And so what I'm showing you here is how the floorboard is bent at your feet. That crease is what I'm going to look for underneath to work off of to find out if there's any gas lines or any obstructions there. Here we are laying on our back, looking up at the gray floor pan towards the front of the truck. On the left, at the yellow arrow, is going to be the frame rail. It's going to stop us from bolting in the assembly where we want to. We're going to have to work with that. On the right, you're going to see the crease for the transmission tunnel with the orange arrow. Towards the front, you're going to see the red arrow. That's the crease that we're using for a point of reference to place the pedals. We're back to working on the inside. We're going to mark the black carpet with a white marker where the frame rail is so we know where to drill our holes. We measured from the transmission tunnel crease about 7 inches off. That's where I estimate where the frame rail is for future drilling. I'm going to adjust the pedal assembly here by loosening this nut and the bolt above it. I can slide the white roller up, higher or lower to press on the gas pedal correctly. I'm going to take the assembly back to the workbench and use the mid-sized Allen wrench to loosen the 2 screws holding on the gas pedal cover. Now that we got the pedal cover assembly off, you can see the 2 black plates behind the pedal cover. The bolts go through one of the black plates into the other black plate that is attached to the frame of the assembly. You'll also see on the throttle pedal cover there are holes drilled on each side of the cover. Those are for the spring to attach to from one end, and the other end of the spring attaches to the lever with the white roller on it. Back to the truck for another test fitting. I'm going to pay attention to the factory gas pedal and the white roller to make sure they're interfacing together. The white roller has to be on the gas pedal. I'm making sure the left pedal doesn't interfere with the brake pedal, emergency brake pedal. You got to watch where your base is going to bolt down and make sure everything is going to fit into the truck without interfering with anything else. Okay, I'm giving it one more look from the trans tunnel to the frame rail. That's where all my bolts have got to be. And so one more look to see any adjustments I need to do before we bolt this thing in permanently. Back to the workbench one more time. I'm going to take the arm apart because it's got a bend to it from the factory, and it's going to make my roller not sit on the gas pedal. So I want to straighten that arm and straighten the other arm. I noticed that the base plate is flat where it meets the transmission tunnel. If I put a little curve to it, it'll allow the base plate to set closer to the transmission tunnel, and it will make it easier for us to drill the holes between the frame rail and the transmission tunnel. Back in the truck one more time. I'm going to put the assembly where I think it's going to need to be and mark the bolt holes so that I can drill it. It calls for a 9/32 drill bit. Not many people have a 9/32 drill bit, so a 5/16 drill bit will do the job. You don't need to have a 9/32. So I marked the hole where I'm going to drill it. It should be inside the frame rail. I'm going to drill one hole and see where it comes out to make sure everything's okay. With the drill bit still in the hole, I climbed under the truck to see where the drill bit was coming out under the bottom to make sure it was clear of that frame rail. I bolted the base plate to the floor using that hole. Then I could use the base plate as a guide to drill the second hole. With the base plate firmly bolted down, it was time to put on the assembly using those 4 tabs and that red lock. To install the pedals, you make sure the pedals are sitting on top of the gas pedal, and you put the 4 tabs in the holes and slide it to the transmission tunnel until that red lock locks it down, and the pin, the little ring that you pull on, will go down. And it's all locked in position. To tighten everything up and adjust the pedals to make sure everything was in exactly the final position it needed to be before driving. To remove the left foot gas pedal assembly, you simply pull up on the ring and slide the whole assembly to the outside of the car, lift it up and take it out, and then a right-footed driver can drive. Now that the install is done, before you drive it, you need to check a few things. Number one is make sure the white roller is centered on the factory gas pedal and that you're getting full, smooth travel on the throttle. No binding. Next would be press the parking brake fully and confirm that there's zero interference from the left pedal assembly. Your brake must always have full travel. Grab the base plate and make sure that nothing moves. If it wiggles or moves at all, something isn't tight enough. And finally, I'd look under the car one more time, make sure there's no leaks. After all that, then I'd take it to an empty lot and I would practice driving it around for a little while before you go mixing it up in traffic. If everything works smoothly and predictably, you're ready to hit the road. This video is part of the Driver Utility and Safety series, where we focus on practical vehicle systems that improve capability and control of your vehicle. Thanks for watching. We got more to come.